Okay, beer bread. Here we go. I use 350ml of old beer from my barrels, stuff that the dregs at the bottom, and that's how I make what to use. No water, so that's 350ml, 30ml olive oil, half a pound of white bread flour, half a pound of wholemeal, but that's up to the individual, isn't it? Then I use Savlivier baker's yeast, 7 grams. So first thing is get the yeast going, and then we'll go back to it. I use half the beer, warmed up obviously. Good stir. Stir in the yeast. I leave that, it doubles in size. So see you when that's happened. Okay, so yeast doubled in size. Now just goes in the bread. Now, then I use the rest of the water, so I'm going to use half, to swill all that out. Okay. I'll need that again in a minute, the next thing. Then, 30ml olive oil. Mix it up. I'm not going to bore you with this bit. Okay, so you mix it until you've got a nice lump. There we go. Okay, now we have one nice lump. So, kneading it, about 10 minutes, just beating it. I'm sure there's tons of videos on how to knead bread. When do you know it's ready? I pinch it. And what you want it to do is hold its elasticity, so it pulls it back into shape. So, I'm just going to knead that for 10 minutes. Sometimes it needs a bit more, it's a bit cool. And then I prove it for an hour. I have to use, this is so cold, this kitchen, I have to use an oven on 40 degrees, which does it. So, pound of bread flour, whatever mix you like, 2 pinches of salt, then 7 milligrams of yeast with 2 teaspoons of sugar, stirred up in my beer, and 30ml of oil. Okay, and then I'll show you when it's kneaded anyway. That's probably the best thing. So you can see this isn't ready yet. It's all floppy. Okay, so that's not any use. Also, we don't use a loaf tin, so you want it to be much more like the old-fashioned bread before the Victorian era, when they started making bread tins and things. It might even be before that, I wouldn't know. So you just keep spinning it, and then what I do You don't need silicone mats for this or pastry. You just need some paper. This is baking paper. I use it for rolling pastry. That silicone paper costs a bon. I'm just a bit lazy. I don't want to have to clean the worktop or the breadboard. So you just keep pushing it and pushing it, fighting it. And you probably really can't see, but there's just no fight back yet in this. It's all doesn't pull itself back. So you just keep going and going until it does. So then, like I said, I should put that in the oven for an hour. If you've got a warm kitchen, you don't need to worry. So, yeah. I shall show you a bit sooner, later even. Bye! Okay, so now, holding its form, pinched it back. But I'm going to knead this twice more, you see. I have the time now. So, put that away for an hour, fighting back, prove it, and I'll show you what it looks like then. Okay, so because this is going to be like a bread roll, I always give, you knead it, prove it for an hour, knead it, but prove it for another hour, and then you knead it again. And then I shall leave the actual bread on here for a further 45 minutes. Just like you would for bread rolls, really, because that's what this is. It's just a giant bread roll, how they used to make it. So, just get this out. This is to make sure this will hold its shape and rise, which sometimes it does. Being baking, sometimes it doesn't. So, I won't bore you while I do this, but what I will end up with is a lump roughly that shape, okay? And then that's what will prove on there for about 45 minutes, and then I'll bake it on 180 for half an hour. That's in a convector oven, so it'd be 200 I suppose in a normal oven. But 180 to 200 is about normal for bread anyway. So that's it. I won't bore you while I knead this to death. Goes on a tray. I don't use loaf tins. No particular reason, I used to. But this seems to suit us better. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, the bread is proved. There we are. That's what it looks like. I don't want to hang around. That goes in on 180. Like I said, convector private temperatures for half an hour, and then I'll let you see it when it comes out. Here we go, moment of truth. Wow. Yeah, that has. And there we have it, one loaf of beer bread. I will go back to the ingredients later, but that's how we like our bread. It toasts brilliantly. Actually, I'm quite impressed with that one, I have to say. It's risen a lot, hasn't it? So there we are. That's Paul's Taid beer bread. There we go. It's done. It's done. Oh!
Yum yum.
So I just elbowed Rose somewhere. A bit sensitive anyway. I didn't expect her to be there. She liked the bread too. So there we are. That's the bread. Okay, round loaf.
I love the bread.
Bye!